Welcome to the PreSales Collective podcast. My name is Chris Mabry. I'm your host and general manager here at PreSales Collective. And I just wanted to take a moment to introduce myself to those of you who I've yet to meet, talk about the mission of PreSales Collective, talk about where we see solution consulting heading in 2024, and wrap up with a few ways to get involved. I may be new to the general manager seat here at PreSales Collective, but I'm not new to the community. I've been a member since its inception, and I was an ambassador and speaker at events. That's where I fell in love with community, PreSales Collective in general. Prior to that, I was leading solution consulting teams and was a solution consultant myself, an industry I found and a job I found about 10 years ago. So let me take you back. I want to tell you a little bit about my own story and how I found this profession and some of the things that I just love about it. Like many of you, I didn't really know it existed and kind of stumbled upon it in a funny way. I started early on in my career at startup and customer service. And I just went through the round of customer service, technical support lead. I love the technical side of the work we were doing and found myself early on in an engineering position. This is at a telecommunications company. We were building long haul fiber rings and things of that nature, if you know about telecom. Through this process, I really fell in love with the tech side of the world and tech companies and the people and the industry that it is. But I found myself working in a basement, a literal basement with no windows. Shout out to all the people I worked there. We all worked in a basement. And that's when I found that maybe the basement wasn't quite for me. A mentor of mine started a company and took a chance on me in implementation. When I was actually expressing to them over dinner, how I love the work, but the basement wasn't for me, he said, Chris, I think I've got something for you where you can blend your technical experience, your engineering background with customers. And I said, man, that sounds perfect. So fast forward, I'm working in an implementation role. It's an open floor plan or like open concept office. And across the office, I can hear a sales manager on a call on speakerphone. His name is Brett Baldwin, friend to this day. And I'm listening to him because I just can't help but overhear him. And they're doing all the things that I didn't know at the time was part of the sales process, which is like the overcoming objections. And just the way he was going about this call was just really, really interesting to me. They hung up the phone. I walk up and I say, Brett, whatever it is you did on that call, I've got to learn how to do that. I've loved it. And he kind of laughed and he said, Chris, I don't know what you're talking about. I lost the deal. And I had no idea if he lost the deal or not. But to me, it was a moment where I think I first heard the sales process as a process. You know, one thing I say is a demonstration is not a presentation. It's a process you go through. And through his mentorship and others at that organization, I switched into solution consulting, sales engineering, as it was known at the time, and fell in love. I had a territory of 23 states. So I was traveling all the time. And I really fell in love with the craft of sales engineering, the art of slotting a technical solution to solve a business problem. And then I found PreSales Collective. And I found that, you know, there were other people in the community out there that were just as passionate as I was about my profession and just as passionate about other things and hobbies. And I found that connecting outside of my organization was actually giving back to me a ton of value. And so when the opportunity to come into PreSales Collective full time came upon me and the team had reached out, I was thrilled. I'm excited. I think it's the beginning of the beginning. And I'm so excited to help take this thing that I love forward. So let's talk about the mission a little bit. The mission of PreSales Collective to me, when I really drill it down, it's about human potential. I believe that no matter what you're doing, if it's a hobby, if it's your professional career, if you're investing in professional development, if you're continuously learning, if you are subscribed to great content, you're getting that newsletter, you're connected to the right outlets, if you're connecting with people in that space in a meaningful way, then you're going to up your game. You're going to operate at a way higher potential than if you weren't. That to me is the magic of community. That's the magic of PreSales Collective. And that's my mission is every single thing we do, from our blog to our virtual events, in-person events, our learning and development enablement programs, it needs to meet that level of potential. So I would say what you can expect from us is some of the great stuff you've come to love and learn here at PreSales Collective. But my interest is to ensure that the quality is super, super high, that you're learning beyond just networking and you're connecting in meaningful ways. So we're really thrilled about the calendar we have set up. We've got great partnerships out there in the industry. I'm so excited for where we're taking it. Where we see solution consulting heading, this is an interesting topic because I think 2024 is our year. A lot of us have seen the potential for growth outside of just pre-sales and outside of just demonstrations. A lot of us leaders have been leading teams and trying to tell that story up to our executives. This year, it's taking off. We see the invention of the chief solution officer roles. We see the overarching growth of our leaders into revenue, CX, post-sales, pre-sales, everything, right? And so we're going to be bubbling up a lot of insights we find in our community. We're going to focus a lot of our concepts and a lot of our events around these kinds of topics. We're also going to get into personal stuff. The first summit we're leading is around active listening and creative questioning and the personal side of how to become really great at your craft in solution consulting. So I'm super thrilled around where the industry is going. I think PreSales Collective is uniquely designed to bubble up insights, to bring high quality content, to make meaningful connections. The whole team is excited. That's the thing. PreSales Collective we are that all-in hardcore bet on solution consulting. We're a team of full-time, dedicated individuals working weekdays, weekends, nights, days. We're flying everywhere. We're doing everything we can. This is an all-in bet, and we're just super excited around what we're seeing out there. I'll wrap this quick message up with just a few ways to get engaged. One, if you are considering enabling your teams, please consider PreSales Collective. We have a lot of L&D. We have a lot of engagements in that area, and all of those things help us continue to move forward. Secondly, please reach out to me and connect with me. The best place to connect with me is on LinkedIn. So please reach out, connect, engage. And third is just bring a friend. We are a community of 37,000 individuals now. When this thing started, I think that would have been a pipe dream way, way off in the distance. But we know we can be much bigger. If everybody listening to this and every member invited one person and ensured that they signed up to become a member, we could double our size. We would actually surpass my goal for the end of the year. Community is about strength in numbers. So this is a numbers game. The more people you bring, the better we can do, the better content we can produce, the more exciting events we can have. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm super excited to relaunch the podcast. I'm excited for everything we're going to do this year. I really appreciate it. Again, please connect with me on LinkedIn. Please share this with your network. I can't talk to everybody all at once. So please share. And look forward to meeting you, either virtually or in person. Thank you so much.